Happy Monday. It's the day after Easter, so I know some of you guys are a little bit tired right now. But listen, let's get this thing rolling. I'm Shay Wilson, thinking big, living bigger, and loving the biggest. Let me get you set up on, let's make sure all the platforms are on. Let me get that going. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend, amazing Easter. I, I hope you had enough food because we get ready to reset right now. We're going to reset right now. Come on with it. Let me make sure. Oh, what did I do? All right, got it. All right. Let's move and shake. Let's move and shake. Happy Monday. It is April 1st, and I'm just going to encourage us to reset today, to reset for the month. We got 30 days of rocking. Hey, Yolanda, how are you doing? Yes, you did make it. You did make it. So listen, we're going to start off with gratitude and appreciation and what we're thankful for. We just celebrated Easter, so I know that there's a lot of things that we are appreciative of. Write something in the chat for me that you are appreciating this morning. I am appreciating a really great weekend. I'm appreciating the fact that I had a really I slept well. I'm appreciating that. I'm looking forward to this day and this new month to reset, to reassess, to set up some new goals. I'm excited about that because things are moving forward. I'm speaking that into existence. For many of us, I had some great conversations this weekend. So I love that. I love that. I was able to encourage. I was able to be encouraged. I was able to speak prayers or blessings or what have you. And all of us have this gift. I need you to understand it's not just certain people. We all can speak life into other people. And I need, we need to know that. So we're going to start this Monday off right. We're going to go into work right. We are going to be the thermostats. They're going to play off our positivity and our joy and our strength. We're not letting negativity in. We're going to start. Look, it's April 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke. This is April 1st. We're going to start this thing off like this. So today I have that we're on a new month, a new week. April 1st is on this Monday. So listen, this is a clean start. So if you have been struggling with your goals that you set in January, if you have been killing it on your goals in January, I celebrate you. If you've been struggling, we're going to encourage and get us back on track today. If you have been just kind of so and not inspired by your goals, today we can reset those things. To set up things that are inspiring to us to get us going. Because what we're really looking at, ladies and gentlemen, are things that add to our lives, that we're not just doing something just to be doing it. It's a goal. We are actually changing our lifestyles. We are actually playing off Easter, being born again into a newness of ourselves. And that's what we're supposed to do, continuously grow. But we kind of get comfortable and we sit there and we don't realize that we're subconsciously or consciously asking for more in our lives. We're bored, or we're not inspired, or we feel stressed and worried the majority of the time, not understanding that we are actually asking for more, but most of us may not know what to do, or we don't think we can have it. And those both are places that just cause a lot of frustration and discord in within us. So what literally happens is that our spirit has already lined up what we want, but we're still back here looking at our physical form and what we have in front of us, thinking that we can't have it. But that's why we feel pulled. That's called what we have when we feel like we're separated from our inner being. That's a whole nother topic, but literally that's what's happening, is that we don't believe that we can have what we desire. Anybody understand what I'm saying? And so what happens when I start saying about goals and setting up different things, it's us now deciding to move where we already are in the spirit. That's all I'm saying, because you already know you need to change up how you're moving, maybe with your money, or how you're moving. You want to do more vacations, or you want to get yourself, you want to get back and healthy. And so, let's see. I was just thinking about that instead of vision board, maybe myself a goal tree. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever inspires you. Sometimes you can't do what everybody else does. It's something else that triggers and inspires you to keep going. And I always ask people, what do you want? most of us won't say what we want because we think we're being greedy, or we think we can't have it, or we think we have all these ideas, not understanding that as spiritual beings or people that's been in church for a while, we always talking about God is good, God is powerful, God is this. We know God resides within us. So if God resides in us, Jesus is within us, then guess what? We have the power to do anything, but we talk against ourselves often. We get with others and talk against what we cannot do, not understanding that if, to me, I'm like, man, if God is within me, Holy Spirit is within me, if Jesus is within me, then I have the same powers working through me. So how do I get from here to there? And a lot of times we already know that part. We kind of intuitively know what kind of goals we need to set. We kind of know, but we often talk against it. So today we resetting all that thing. We're going to be mindful of what we're saying to ourselves, how we're talking to other people. I ain't never been able to do that. Well, listen, today is a new day. You're not the same person as yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? I am always on my clients about this. Well, you're not the same person anymore. So I know you've been through some things, but we have to quit bouncing our new ideas off of old stuff and trying to get to new places. It doesn't work. We just simply discourage ourselves and go from there. So I always tell myself, all things are possible. All things are possible for me. There's more than enough. There's more than enough for everyone. And I say things to myself often, because what I'm trying to do, maybe no one that I know is doing it. And so I can't afford to keep talking to people that don't know how to do it. And more so on the negative side. They just, and they mean well. So let's jump into it. I have 5 things for you today. The first thing today is that we're going to set some goals for the month, whatever that may be. It may be starting a walking program. It may be starting to work out. It may be, listen, it's time to get healthy, quit playing around. Again, this is not a fad we're talking about. We're talking about reprogramming ourselves. We're talking about a lifestyle now, a lifestyle. I have a lifestyle that's healthy, which constantly has me tweaking my diets, constantly has me tweaking my workouts, constantly, because my workouts and how I feel in my body support everything else that I do. When I feel good about me, listen, I already know there's nothing else. There's nothing, not age, not nothing that stops me at that point. And most of us right now, if we're not really paying attention and we're getting older and we start talking about age and this, we use that as a block to everything else that we can do. So today we're talking about setting goals, not just goals to just be setting goals, but goals that we're going to change our lifestyle. This is not a fad. This is not a game. I said, this is not a game. All right. That's number 1. So if you got a walking program, I just was texting my brother and saying, hey, walking could be 30 minutes at speed 3.0, incline 3.0. All right. 30 minutes. That's a steady state workout. And you do that after you lift weights. Okay. Speed 3, that's treadmill. That's on a treadmill. Okay. If you want to start reading 10 pages a day, that's all. 10 pages a day. That's it. Set your goals. If you want to start a budget, get your budget and believe that you can do it. Okay. These are things that we're trying to, that your spirit's already calling you. I'm not saying nothing you don't know already. Literally, I can tell you, your spirit, if you're listening to this, your spirit's already calling you to do something different. You just been telling yourself you can't do it, or it's not the right time. Well, this is the right time. April 1st, Monday, start. I always think it's great to start on Mondays, and we can rock this thing. All right. That's number 1. Number 2, for the next 30 days, improve your level of gratitude, appreciation, and thankfulness. I have been trying to show that when doing 25 things that I'm appreciative of a day. I can do more. I just don't want to bore you guys. I do 25, but 5 at least. And I mean, get detailed about it. Seeing the spirit of God, the God of your understanding, seeing the love in the people that's around you and speaking that. So if somebody that's, we get the people that are around us, we kind of take them for granted, honestly. So if you start looking at them and seeing the little things that they do, even the big things, and speaking it or writing it, my wife did this for me today. I so appreciate that. Now she may do it all the time, but today you've noticed it. My husband did this, or my kids did this, or I received this at work, or when you start really getting detailed, you begin to get more and more and more. And so when they disappoint you, you're not so crushed because you have actually acknowledged all the divinity within them on a daily basis, and you're willing and more easily able to give grace. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, anybody? When you do when you really practice this thing, you realize that there's so much more blessings that come into your life than not. That people that are around you do so many more good things, even if it's just, you know what, I love the idea of their presence with me today. As we watch TV, that was really, really nice. I enjoy that. We do it every night, but this night, I really enjoy that. All right, that's number 2. Number 3, get your body fit and healthy. I told you this is a foundational piece for my spiritual beings out there. This is foundational. When we feel good in our bodies, it is no longer a distraction. When we feel good in our bodies, there's a confidence and a swagger that comes with that. When we feel good in our bodies, it supports all the other things that we're doing. When you start it, you may not even be there yet, but when you start and you understand that you are now on a track of being a total package, mind, body, and spirit, you're working on all of that, then there's is the healing. Here's the other part with healing and wellness. We know that we can go to therapists. That's what I encourage most people to do when we have to. There's things that we can't deal with on our own, and families ain't meant, they're not qualified to deal with it. Our best friends are not qualified to deal with it. So we need therapists, professionals. But there's the aspect of physicality that we know that cells, trauma, wounds stay in our bodies at a cellular level. You must move to get those out. That's not something you can just talk out. You must start you must use your body, sweat, move, so that you can start dealing with some of the things on top of your sessions to get that out. All right. As that makes sense. Does that make sense? That's number 3. The other thing is, when we go to food, drugs, alcohol to make ourselves feel better, then we need to work on ourselves. You understand? This is where working out comes in. If we have to go to food, alcohol, drugs to make ourselves feel better, to shift us out of things, and not just we can just go out and walk in nature and this type of thing to do it, then we need to assess what is bothering us. Many of us eat and we love it. That's like a celebration, but we don't realize that some of that has become a comfort zone for us. And so it's very difficult for us to shift out. It's become an addiction, and I don't like to use that word too much, but we need to look at that. When you have to eat, drink, or do drugs, that type of thing, to make yourself feel better, to soothe yourself, then we need to assess that hey, we need to start working on ourselves if we realize that we're doing too much of that. Number 4, reading. I know I've said it before. 10 pages a day. If you can set a goal of reading 10 pages a day of something that is of a financial book, a self-empowerment improvement book, a self-help book, anything of that nature that gives you a new skill set. The new ways to make money is what they're saying, and what I've been studying is that getting a skill set that nobody else has, and you become the best at it. Or if they are doing it, you get it, and you start 10 pages a day of reading something, trying to get a new skill set every day for the next 30 days. I guarantee you'll be way ahead of about 90% of people in that genre, in that area. Just starting with that. Find what you like to do. Get yourself a new skill set. I don't care what age you are either. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are. All right. As we like to say, I'm getting too old to chat. No. You speaking. That is not what we say to ourselves. That is not biblical when we say we're getting too old. That is not. It is not. All things are possible, remember, and all things are possible for me. All things are possible, and all things are possible for me. Again, it's April 1st. I'm hyped because it's April 1st. And the last thing is get clarity for your life. Get more understanding for your life with meditation and prayer. If you're not doing that, and prayer is just simply sitting and talking with the God of your understanding, but meditation is a powerful piece where we're silencing ourselves to allow spirit within us to talk to us. A lot of people can't sit because their mind goes, and that's exactly why you should be sitting and trying to allow spirit to talk to you. Because if not, we're just regurgitating the things and past experiences, our old perceptions. We've had this thought process for years, not allowing any newness in because you're not creating space for it. When you meditate, you create the space for your inner being, your inner intelligence, your higher intelligence to speak to you, give you new ideas, new ways of being. It always makes me, say, God, okay, am I on the right track with this? Did I handle that properly? Could I have handled it better? Is that from things from the past, or am I speaking from the newness of me? And the majority of the time, things I realize I'm more courageous in saying stuff like I love you, or I'm sorry, or I can do better. Though that old ego is not working on me, and the ego tries to protect us from, what we've been through in the past. But I'm not the same person. I'm not the same person. So really, I am a different being, a stronger being, a smarter being, a wiser being, a more trusting of life being. I expect life to show up for me. I expect good things to show up for me. That doesn't mean things are easy. It just means I'm going to make it through. And I'm not going to make it through with flying colors. It means that I can walk with love and integrity without thinking, being on the defensive and wondering what people's motives are all the time, when I know that I'm guided, protected, and surrounded by goodness, light, and truth. It is a game changer, because what happens when we worry about that, it's a distraction to our purpose. Yeah, I'm saying be cautious, but it's a distraction to our purpose. All right, guys, that is my time. Those are the 5 things that I have for you. Please like, comment, share. I want to hear it. We got this. It is April 1st. Let's rock it. Let's rock it. This is a perfect time to assess what you need to do, to set your new goals, to get going. Perfect time. Monday, we're going to rock it. Hey, have an amazing, amazing day, an amazing, amazing week, an amazing, amazing month. I will see you next Monday. I am going to start my meditations again at night to try to help us to kind of calm down before we go to sleep. So look for that. I don't think I'll do it every night, but at least tonight, we rocking it. All right. Have an amazing day. I'm Shay Wilson, thinking big, living bigger, and loving the biggest. Boom. Let's go get it.